Imagine a supercomputer that has mapped your brain so perfectly it can predict your every move. Today, it offers you a game where the payoff depends entirely on how predictable you are. This is Newcomb's paradox. It splits the smartest philosophers and mathematicians on Earth exactly 50-50. The divide is real. When the Guardian newspaper polled over 31,000 readers, the results were nearly even, with each side certain the other group was being foolish. When a problem cleaves geniuses in half, it reveals an error in our framework for making decisions. You stand before two boxes, one transparent with a small reward and one opaque. The computer only puts a massive fortune in the opaque box if it predicted you would take it alone. One boxers take only the opaque box. Since the machine is always right, this is the only way to guarantee the payout. If you try to take both, the computer already knew, and it left the opaque box empty. Two boxers take both. The prediction is locked in the past, and the money is either there or it isn't. Taking both boxes adds the guaranteed cash from the transparent one to whatever is already sitting inside the other. Both sides apply flawless logic, yet they reach completely contradictory actions. Paradoxes like this exist even without human choice. They live in how we experience time and calculate probability. Consider the Sleeping Beauty problem. On Sunday, researchers flip a fair coin and put a volunteer to sleep. If the coin lands heads, they wake her on Monday, interview her, and the experiment ends. If the coin lands tails, they wake her Monday, wipe her memory with a drug, and wake her again on Tuesday. Each time she wakes, she has no memory of the previous days. If you ask her what the odds are the coin was heads, her answer determines if probability can change without new information. The halfers argue the answer is 50%. She knew the coin was fair on Sunday, and waking up in a featureless room gives her no new evidence about the flip. This is a fiercely defended position in academic circles, relying on the core principles of Bayesian probability. The thirders look at the long run. If you repeated this experiment forever, she would experience being awake in a tails reality twice as often as a heads reality. On any random awakening, the odds it is heads are 1 in 3. In cognitive science, this debate triggers literal shouting matches because it challenges our basic assumptions about how we process evidence. This puzzle breaks our understanding of belief, proving we don't know how to handle amnesia and self-location in time. The key to resolving these rifts lies in a simpler statistical puzzle, the boy or girl paradox. The probability of a parent having two boys changes depending on how you gather the information. The math shifts based on the hidden assumptions in the words used to describe the children. All these puzzles share a common trait. They are the Necker cubes of logic, a drawing your brain can perceive in two mutually exclusive ways. These paradoxes split people because the opposing sides are unconsciously looking at two different, equally valid interpretations of the same sentence. In the Sleeping Beauty problem, halfers calculate the probability of the coin flip. Thirders calculate the probability of the current moment of consciousness. Both answers are correct, they just address different questions. In Newcomb's paradox, one boxers optimize for predictive correlation, two boxers optimize for causal reality. The conflict exists because our language fails to specify which layer of reality we are actually testing. Rationality requires more than flawless arithmetic. It demands the wisdom to recognize when the question itself is ambiguous.